In this week's Parsha, we have an extremely emotional encounter between Yosef and his brothers. The Parsha starts off with the words Vayigash Yehuda, and Yehuda approached. Now, there's something strange going on here. Why? Because Yehuda was speaking in Lashon HaKodesh. He was speaking in Hebrew. There was a translator. Why? Because Yosef is completely and totally disguised as being the Egyptian viceroy, second in command, kind of like the big chief here. Yosef is pretending he doesn't speak Hebrew. He speaks like Egyptian, Arabic, I don't know what's going on there. And Yehuda thinks that he doesn't speak Hebrew, that he doesn't understand Hebrew. So the question is, why is Yehuda getting close? And now as he's getting close, he starts telling him, listen, I want you, listen to me, listen in your ears. He starts telling this whole story, which he's already told before about his father, and the story about how his little brother was the apple of his father's eye, and how he is taking, stepping up to the plate, I should say. I was going to say he's taking responsibility, for sure taking responsibility, but he's stepping up to the plate and saying, take me instead of my brother. He's saying this all in Hebrew. And Yosef is supposed to not be understanding without an interpreter. So the question is, why do you need to get close, Yehuda? Come on, if I'm speaking in Chinese and you don't understand Chinese, does it matter if I speak very loud or if I whisper? You can't understand me anyway, so what's the point here? So it's explained by our commentators that Yehuda was speaking from his heart, which is one of the most important things that we can do when we want to communicate something. It doesn't matter the words. It doesn't matter the language. In fact, I can even tell you when I was dating my husband, I didn't speak Spanish and he didn't speak really English. We were fine. What's the most important thing is that a person speaks from their heart, that you speak with sincerity, that you speak with love. There is nothing more powerful and more impactful than a person speaking from their heart. And Yosef hears this and he breaks down. And he starts to cry and he reveals himself. And one of the ways he reveals himself is he's also telling him, look at what I'm speaking. Because the brothers, they get scared. And the commentaries say, Yosef was saying, I'm speaking Lashon HaKodesh, I'm speaking Hebrew, I'm speaking your language, I'm speaking love. There's nothing more powerful than speaking from the heart. And this week's Parsha is also read always during the time of the fast of Tevet, the 10th of Tevet, which commemorates, which we fast because it's remembering that Yerushalayim was held siege. No one could come in, no one could come out. It was held and eventually led to the breaking of the walls and destruction of the Holy Temple of the Beis Hamikdash. Now, on the 8th of Tevet, there was another calamity that happened, a tragedy, which was what? Was that the Torah was translated into Greek. Now, you would say to me, what's the big deal with that? Today we have the Torah translated into all languages. We can read it in English, we can read it in French, we can read it in Spanish. What's the big deal? So it was translated into Greek. But the translation into Greek was very symbolic of something. The Greeks were saying that the Torah, it's just a body. There's no soul. It's an action without a heart. It's an intellectual pursuit that's just a book like any other book. They wanted to take the heart from the Torah. They wanted to take the love from the Torah. They wanted to take that this is my lifeline. This is the blood that pumps through my bodies, my existence. They wanted to take that from us. And therefore, darkness, it says, filled the world for these 3 days. The Torah starts with the letter Bet, the word Breshit, and it ends with the word Yisrael, with the letter Lamed. The Lamed and the Bet spells the word Lev, which is heart. Whatever goes out from the heart enters the heart. This is true in our relationships, or true within ourselves and our own soul, that we have to connect ourselves connect to our soul with our hearts. It's true when I communicate with another human being, with another person, whether it's a parent to a child. If you're speaking from your heart, the child will actually understand and listen to you. And so too the child. It doesn't really matter if you understand him. I have a little toddler. Most of the time I don't understand a word he says, but I understand him. He's speaking with his heart. It's true between two spouses, two people who love each other. When you speak with your heart, it enters the heart. Right now, what does Israel need more than anything? We just need the heart.